Hello, everyone. My name is Alvaro Alvarez, and I am the Innovative Media Librarian here at the Orbach Library at UCR. Welcome. And for all of you that came to the in person workshop, thank you. We had a really good turnout. Hopefully, you learned a lot. But yeah, this YouTube video is pretty much the same. It's going to be the workshop that I did in person a few weeks back. So I'll be going over some very basic SolidWorks functions, and hopefully this could get you started if you wanted to learn or 3D model something. So, excuse me, my throat's a little scratchy, but yeah, if you want, we could start. Here you see I have SolidWorks up. I'm gonna do part. You'll see this screen. You can do assembly. You could do some of the other more advanced stuff, but for this one, I'm just going to use this one to create a simple part. And today we're going to be making, for those of you that don't know, this or a little brick storage. So you see I use it to put in my SD cards. So I'll be showing you how to 3D model one of these on your own so that you can play around with it, modify it as you like, and then you can 3D print it if you wish with our 3D printing service at the Creator Lab. So let's go with part and let's get started. Uh, Sorry, computer's a little slow, but it's getting there. Uh, okay, so now we have our screen. Hopefully, you can see it. I know the text is a little small, but once you get to this screen, this is the area where you're going to be working with the sketches in the middle of the screen. So, what I mean by sketches is with SolidWorks, it's pretty sketch based. So like you can see, I already did my sketch for the design and the measurements in millimeters for my brick. This just really helps you. That way, when you get in here and you start, you're not guessing, and you're not like if you're trying to build a tolerance or anything, you know the numbers and it's quicker. I do have this as a PDF. I scanned it so you can download it. There should be a link below the video or you can download it there. So yeah, for the first part, up here is a lot of the tabs that you're going to be working with. Today, we're just going to be working with two, very simple today, just the sketching and the features. Sketching gives us all the tools to draw on our canvas, and then the features is just like to extrude and to use some of the commands over here. We're just going to be using the shell command and the extrude command today, but there's a bunch of others that you can use, like warping, intersecting, mirroring parts. But the more advanced you get, the more you'll play around with some of these and get used to them. So, and this is kind of like the timeline too. It shows you what you once you start creating your sketches and your solid objects, then you're going to start seeing them on this left panel. And then once you see that, can always go back and delete things or double click on things to edit them if you figure out that you maybe made a mistake with one of the measurements and you need to like decrease it or increase it, or you didn't need to extrude or to cut into something. You can always go back and delete that from that timeline. So let's get started real quick. So for the first part, I want to um, go over here. I'm going to go to sketch, the sketch tab. And it's going to be very repetitive. You're going to see in a minute. You want to do sketch. First thing you're going to see is, let's see, you're going to see the planes. So it's up to you depending on what you're trying to make. Uh, for this one, I'm just going to use the top plane so I could get like a good top view. Start creating my brick. Once I do that, now I can start sketching on that plane. So um, I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna use the rectangle. That one, I mean, you could use any of the tools. You could draw it with the line, but this is just a little easier, and I'll show you why. So I'll draw it over here. I don't have to have the measurements yet, but you could see if you want to manually kind of like drag it and get it to the measurements, you can. But there is a simpler way to do this. You go to Smart Dimensions on the top. It's the second button on that row. If you click on Smart Dimension, then you can click on any of the lines, and then you see you can drag out and type in the measurement that you want for that particular edge. So for that one, I'm looking at my diagram. I want to be at 100. So I could just type in 100, enter, and then I want to do for the side one. I have 50 on my diagram. So yeah. So now we have the base for our brick. Once I'm happy with this over here, you'll see on the left panel, you'll see a green check mark. You can just hit that, and then it'll close that window, bring back the timeline, and like you see, here's the sketch I just did. So I remember I mentioned earlier you can go back and delete things or modify them. So once you start doing more things, it'll start populating, and you can always go back. But yeah, next step is I'm going to click on this guy. I'm going to do features. I'm going to use the very first one, extrude. And now you see I kind of flipped it over. Let me see. Let me try to move this over a little bit. I think you guys could see from here. Okay, there you go, there you go. But yeah, I'm just going to extrude up, and for that one, I have 40 for mine, so I could just type it in or manually do that too as well by clicking on the arrow, dragging to the direction you want. So I have 19 right now, but I'll do 40. Uh, yeah, let me move this over. And yeah, that's good. So check mark. So now you can see I have my part of the brick. So now the next thing I want to do is pick one of the either the top or the bottom face, and I'm going to do a sketch there to create these little guys. So the two, I guess with the Lego, it's the connectors, little circles. So it's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you want to leave it as a simple box, you can leave that part out. But I'll show you how to do these two. It's just sketching again. So we're going to click on that plane and then hit sketch, create sketch by clicking on the top left button. So now it brings me to that face that I selected, and then I can draw on it, and then I can extrude like I did before. So I'm going to use the circle tool, and let's see, try to get in the middle, kind of eyeball it. I'll do 20 for this one, so I'll just click and then I'll type in 20. Then I can oops. Let's see. I'll do this again. Sorry. So circle. I'm gonna click on the middle. Then 20. It was already kind of set. So I'll hit this. Now I can move it by clicking in the middle, and I can kind of center it. So now I want to make another one on this right side. So again, I'm gonna hit sketch. Oops, sorry. Oh, I'm already in SketchUp. So I can just do this, go to circle. Um, I'm going to click on this just to get a little line reference so that I know I'm centered with the other circle I created. And then I'm going to left click and then drag out. And like I said, you can manually kind of eyeball it. It's kind of hard. So you see I'm off by 0.5. So I'm just going to type it in. And it's over here on the left panel in case you weren't following along. That's where you can type in the number. So I'm going to hit the check mark. Here's where you can, if you need to, move them around. Yeah, you see, you can center it to the other one. They look pretty good to me. You can play around with it more if you need it to be a specific distance from each other or not. I like the way it looks. Might be able to move this guy a little more. And then once you do that, if you click on one circle and then control click on the other circle, you can extrude those up to create the height on that particular piece. So I'm going to do 10 millimeters for that. So let's see, go again to features, and let's see if I can do it manually. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh, so I did only one. So let me go to this one. Let's see. Got rid of my sketch, so not that one. Control Z. Let me do this again. So I just Control Z to go back. I'm not sure why I did that, but I'm going to click on this one and then Make sure both are selected. There you go. Try this again. So feature, extrude up. Okay, now this time I might have not clicked on both. Last time I think that's what might have happened. Um, so it looks like they're both good now. I'm gonna hit the check. Yeah, sorry about that. I think I didn't click on both last time. That's why I didn't do that. But I just did a control click on both. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes if you have both clicked. The color's not too, the variance in the color's not that good. But if you do, just control Z it back. Or just go back and delete the sketch if you want and do a new one. That's like the quick and easy solution for that. But anyway, yeah, we're almost done with part A. So the last piece of this is I want to hollow that out. So I want to make it hollow so that I can create part B and then I be able to put that one in. So it's a little storage cube. So for that, it's pretty simple. You want to click on the face, the bottom face. Then you want to go up to features if you're not already on that tab. And then you want to go to shell, which is this one right here. It's like in the middle. Um, it's right below like draft and mirror. It's next to mirror. It's shell. You could do a preview if you want to see how it's gonna look right now. Right now, it's at 10 millimeters thickness for the wall. That's just how thick you want the shell to be. So for mine, I did 3 millimeters. So I'm just gonna go over here to the left panel, and I'm gonna do 3. That's perfect. So that's what I want. Hit the check mark when you're done, and there you go. Now I have my part A. So now for part B, I'm going to go to the front plane because that's where I started the sketch for this. I mean, you don't have to. You can do it on another plane if you want. Um, but I'm just going to keep it to that one. And now we're going to create this piece where like you actually store all the items that you want. So I just have a bunch of SD cards and stuff. So my brick is really small, but you can make it as large as you want. You don't have to follow my schematics. But let's see. I'm going to again once I clicked on that plane on the top on the left side. Um, on the timeline, I'm going to go to sketch, sketch again, and then it brings this up, right? So I'm going to zoom into the left side so I could sketch it to the left of this guy. Let's go. And it's very repetitive like what we did in the previous one. So again, you can guess what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go to the rectangle, create my rectangle. Um, then for the measurements, I could just do the smart dimension. And then for that one, I have, let's see, the top view, I have 44. Let's see, smart dimension, top. I have 93.5. So I have some built-in tolerance for this. Let's see. And then for the side, I have, do looking at it wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. 93.5 is for this one. So I'll go correct the other one in a second. This one is actually going to be uh, top view 93.5. Oh, 44. I'm so sorry. I was looking at it wrong. So this one's good. I think it's yeah, this one's the one I need. It's gonna be 43.5. There you go. That's just to build in a little bit of tolerance. What I mean by that, it's like if I do it to the exact size of this guy, it's not gonna fit because remember we did that 3 millimeter wall. So that's why you have to kind of do the calculations beforehand. That way, as you can see, it goes in, but it won't. Like it has enough friction where it's not just gonna fly out and drop everything. Let's see. So next step is pretty easy. It's again repetitive to this one. We're just gonna extrude up. So again, you just want to make sure you click on your sketch, then you go to features. So again, very repetitive. Uh, then I'm gonna zoom out. I'm going to. You can do it manually. For that height, I did 37, I believe. So you can eyeball it. There, 37. Or you can just come over here to the left and type it in too. So, so whatever your preference is. So now I have that. Last step is like you're gonna guess, or if you guys want to take a shot at it is just doing the shell command, and you want to do it on either the top or the bottom shell. And then I think for that one, I did a 2 millimeter shell. So that's up to you. You could do a 3 1 if you want. It's up to you. It's yours. So I did two. Let's see. Show preview. Looks good. Yeah. So yeah, there you have it. That's pretty much it. Any other modifications you might want to do to your specific brick is like, if let's say you don't want to do the shell at this bottom piece, like maybe you want to do it over on the side, you can do the shelling here, and then you can actually make it like a pull out like storage. So you can make a big one, print a big one, have it on your desk, and then you can add a little like handle or something and pull it out, pull it back in. Also, there's a lot of things you can do with this model. It's up to you what you want to do. Um, but yeah, if you have any questions or you have trouble installing like SolidWorks, please let me know. My email is alvaro.alvarez@ucr.edu. I'm here to help you with any research or project ideas or help that you want. I can help you with like 3D modeling, scanning. I do a lot of animation stuff with Blender. But yeah, come by. Also, check out the Creator Lab. We have a lot of 3D printing services, scanning for you. We have sewing, embroidery. We also have our robotics lab, which is very beginner friendly. We have a lot of like Lego Mindstorm, Raspberry Pi, Arduino kits that you can just come in and play with. We have student workers that are very knowledgeable, so they can assist you in both Creator Lab and Robotics Lab. If you want to learn something. That's the purpose of the Creator Lab. It's just for you as beginners to come in not knowing how to sew or how to 3D print, and we'll teach you, give you the skill set so that you can use it in your classes or your personal hobbies or personal life too. A lot of the stuff you can use just for maybe you need to sew a button back on your favorite sweater, or fix your jeans, or 3D print something that broke in your house and replace the part. So that's why we're here to help you. But yeah, thank you for joining me today, and hopefully see you in the creator.